Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from Butterfly Intuition, Divine Guidance. I hope you are having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I felt called to make a guidance video on the topic of collective readings, blessings, and burden, because I had someone comment on one of my videos that the message in that video was the same as the others. They were bummed about it because they felt it was unhealthy because it's not reality. Collective readings are for a large group of people. So every one of my collective readings or a collective reading you see on another reader's channel is not going to be for everyone, because not every single person is going to resonate with every video I put out, every post I do on Instagram. Same goes for other readers. That is why readers such as myself will state that in our disclaimers, and we always say these collective readings are for entertainment purposes only. There are many different reasons on why people watch collective readings. The number one reason, and the main reason, is because they are looking for guidance and or what's going on in their love life with their person, or just in an area of life that they are struggling with at the time and they're wanting an answer. A lot of people will go towards collective readings because they don't have the finances to purchase a personal reading. So that's why collective readings are out there for people. They're free content to help bring forth guidance if they're unable to purchase a personal reading at that time. Collective readings can be helpful to put your mind at ease if you feel that the message or messages in that reading speak to your soul. However, collective readings can become addicting if you go from reading to reading. You can become stuck, especially if you are hearing the same message from the same reader or multiple readers. So let's break down what it means when you are hearing the same message repeatedly. Number one, that message is what Spirit wants you to know about your love connection or your situation. So if you're hearing the same message over and over again, there is a reason for it. Whether the reason be someone from the past is returning, reconciliation, communication is coming, a new person is going to come into your life. Whatever that message is, that is what Spirit wants you to know at that time regarding your love connection or the situation that is on your mind that you are wanting an answer on. And that will lead to the second reason, which is number two. You doubt the message, so you keep looking for a different message. So maybe what you're hearing is not what you want or not what you believe. So you're looking for a different message, a different reasoning, a different result. You're asking Spirit the same question, they're giving you the same answer, but you're not accepting that answer. So you keep going from reading to try to get a different answer. That can cause confusion. That can cause you to go in your head, to get into ego where fear and doubt are going to come in. You will have overthinking. You could even get into obsessive thinking where you start believing a narrative about a person or a situation that is based on zero facts. The third reason is you are waiting for it to manifest and you are constantly looking for it. Example would be the return of a past love, a reconciliation with someone from the past, etc. But when you are overly focused on when and how this person or this situation is going to come to you, you get attached, meaning you're attached to outcomes, timelines. You have expectations on how and when and what this person is going to say. And that could definitely lead to the situation becoming stuck, delayed, and it could cause you to self-sabotage, because when you're waiting for something to manifest and you're constantly looking for it, you can bring in a codependency and you can bring in a shift in the connection and the energy. And number four is collective readings do not bring you joy. Your intuition is telling you not to listen to them, not to watch them, not to read them, but you do it anyway because you have formed some type of codependency on them or addiction, because they give you that temporary sense of comfort when it comes to your connection. Now, I can tell you that they can do that from personal experience, because I used to listen to reading after reading after reading to make me feel good about my own twin flame connection, but I found I needed to stop because they were bringing me the satisfaction in that moment, but when I wasn't listening to them, I would just get back into that energy of being sad, being stuck, and not understanding why he wasn't coming forward. Because I realized that instead of me going within to get the guidance and to work on myself, I was basically replacing it or substituting it with a temporary sense of energy. So collective readings, if they don't bring you joy over time, it's because your intuition is trying to tell you that you don't need to listen to them anymore, that there's a different approach that you need to take in your love connection, in the situation, whatever it is. They don't bring you joy. Or another reason is the reader that you're listening to, maybe you just don't resonate with the messages they're putting out. You might not be part of the collective they're channeling for, because every reader channels for different collectives. So the collective that I channel for, they have been working on themselves, and there is a shift in the energy where union is going to happen for a lot of people in the collective that I channel for. There's readers who channel for different collectives that are in different parts of the journey. It doesn't matter the label of connection that they're in. And then there's readers who channel for connections that have a third party karmic. I don't personally resonate with that, so I don't listen to those videos because that doesn't resonate with my own connection. I just chose to stop watching those videos and stop listening to that channel because I only listen to videos that resonate with me, my soul, and my connection. So not every reader is going to be for everyone, and that's me. Specifically, I'm not for everyone, and I'm okay with that. I want people to watch my channel who get comfort, who get guidance messages, who get some type of clarity on their situation, whether they're just listening to my collective readings or they're listening to my collective readings as well as purchasing a guidance reading or a session with me. I'm not here to have people come at me and tell me that I'm generic like my readings, which someone actually said to me, if you feel that way or about me or any other reader, don't watch my channel, don't watch their channel. You can click off the video anytime you want. I'm not going to be for everyone, and I'm okay with that. I want people watching my videos, being a subscriber, watching my channel, being a follower on Instagram, being a client of mine because they're truly resonated, they're drawn to my energy, and they feel on some level I can help them, whether it be just watching a collective reading or they just want to become a client and have me help them on a one-on-one basis in a reading or a session. So all you have to do is just use your discernment. That is why with collective readings, I say this is a general collective message. Use your own discernment when watching the video. Only take what speaks to your soul and let the rest fly. If you want more detail, I have a disclaimer at the item description below every video that goes into detail along with the most important phrase, this is for entertainment purposes only. And the final reason, number 4, when something is being said over and over again when it comes to collective readings, instead of making a negative comment towards the reader or just getting angry and triggered, pause and ask yourself these 2 questions. What is the message telling me? What do I need to know? Because if you are hearing the same repetitive message, it is not a coincidence. There is something in that message that you need to know. It's telling you something, but it is up to you to figure it out. If you're stuck, if you're unsure, ask your higher self, what is this message telling me? Ask for a sign. You will get it. What do you need to know? The answer will come in the manner in which it is supposed to. So I'm going to bring forth some guidance messages to help the collective just see with collective readings that they can be a blessing, they can be a burden, and to just bring forth guidance messages to help people who feel at times they do get stuck, and to just kind of bring clarity and guidance. So this will be general. This is not going to resonate with every single one of you, so only take what speaks to your soul and let the rest fly. So let's get into what blocks and obstacles are the trigger, the cause of when collective readings don't become helpful and they don't bring you any clarity and guidance anymore, and they just make you doubt the situation, the person, and just yourself in general. Envious. So if you're listening to love readings where you're hearing about how union's coming, people are getting back together, someone from the past is returning, and you're not seeing anything happen in your life, but maybe you're hearing about other people, you're hearing people in your personal circle come together, or maybe you're just seeing people comment on social media how their person reached out and how this person's getting into union or this person's in contact with their masculine. You can get envious because you get into that energy of, why isn't this happening to me? How come that person has their masculine back in their life? Even if the masculine is back as just a friend, how come my masculine doesn't call me? And you do get envious and you can get resentful, and that is not a bad thing. Feelings are feelings, no matter how good they are and how bad they are. Feelings are feelings, and they come up to the surface for a reason. They come up to the surface for you to process them, to feel them, to understand where they come from, where the trigger lies, and how you can clear it. So if you get into this envious energy, or if you have been in this energy, all you have to do is just try to be happy for another person, because when you start to see something happen around you, it is going to come to you because you're putting that energy out into the universe. That's why a lot of the messages I put out are always listen to the intuition, don't listen to the ego. Your thoughts create your reality. You have to believe what you think. You have to be a vibrational match. All of that comes out all the time because it's a reminder. That's the message Spirit wants me to put out, to remind people, to talk about the law of attraction, to help people not just look into their situation and say, yeah, this person's coming back or you're going to get that job. They want me to bring forth guidance to help people be able to heal what stops them from manifesting something. Because when I started on my path a long time ago, when I got into the law of attraction, I never could understand how it worked, because I would have positive thoughts, I would think something, but I would never manifest it because I didn't believe it was possible. It took me almost 15 years to understand that. So that is why I'm here, and that is part of my mission work, is to help people through my personal experiences, the information that I have learned, to just bring forth that when it wants to come through. I'm just the portal, I'm just the messenger. If the same message wants to come out every day in my readings, it's going to do that, because there's going to be somebody at each reading that didn't see the reading from the day before, that is seeing the reading on that day, that needs to hear that message at that time, because we are always guided to whatever message we need to hear, read, and just need in our lives. So any envious energy that comes up, feel it, see where it stems from, and clear it, and everything will just shift and come together as it's supposed to. Invading. When you're watching collective readings all the time, you are invading, wanting to know what your person is doing or what's going on in your love connection. When is this person coming back? Now, it's very easy to fall into this energy when you are in separation from someone, whether you have little contact, no contact, haven't seen or spoken to each other in years. You're looking to see what this person is doing, if they're with someone, when they're coming back, how they're going to contact you. Now, this could be a good thing because it gives you a reminder to trust your intuition, to trust the signs and synchronicities, to trust just what you feel intuitively. If you feel intuitively this person is going to return. But this invading could also cause a big stagnant pause in the connection, because when you invade, you're listening to these readings, and that could cause you to watch them on social media and to see what they're doing and to see who they follow, who follows them, and what posts they like, who comments on their post, who likes their post. And that can cause a codependency, because now you are completely focused on this person and you are not focused on yourself, what you need to do with your personal self-love healing work. And that causes you to just shift into a new codependency. And that could really cause a stagnant, just like nothing happens for a long time. Or you and your person stay in the same energy for longer than you need to, because you're not seeing something because you are overly focused on them. So that's why when that energy does come out with the collective or in a personal reading, I will, if it's pointed out to me through the cards, I will bring forth a guidance message, a helpful hint, just gentle approach on how someone can get out of that energy, because I used to be in this energy, so I totally get it. I totally understand what gets you in this energy, how you can get stuck, but I also know how to get out of this energy. And I can help people, I can give advice, I can give guidance, and then it's up to that person to take it and to just roll with it. So if you're in this energy and the collective readings are just not, they're just not doing anything for you, they're not making you feel good, you can just take a pause. You can maybe revisit the readers you're listening to, maybe listen to one or two, or just make a schedule, or just stop listening to them for as long as you need to go within, to shift that invading focus on yourself, to invade what you need to heal on the inside, to get you to not always wonder and obsess, because it can become an obsession on what your person is doing, and put that focus and energy on yourself to see what you're doing and what you can do to overcome this energy. Next is self-indulgent. So listening to collective readings can bring in this self-indulgent energy, especially if you have negative self-talk, if you have a negative outlook on your situation. Doesn't have to be a love situation, or just not believing you're good enough, not believing that something can manifest, and you will project that energy on those who are believing, whether it's the reader who puts out the message or someone in the comment section, and that could cause someone to lash out. So I've seen that happen on my posts, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or even Facebook. People will say negative things, or say things to just kind of be in that victim mode, ego energy, and I've learned to just not take it personal when someone leaves a comment like that, because I understand that hurt people, and I have been in that energy. I have been that person, so I sympathize, and I would never lash back, but I always try to respond in a very courteous, professional manner. So maybe that's why that person thought my response was generic, but that's because you don't know me. And I have a very deep customer service background. And I've worked with the public for a long time. So I know the professional, courteous, non-attached way to talk to someone, meaning I don't allow my emotions to get attached, because I want to speak from my intuition and my heart. And I just give a very good response that just explains my stance, where I'm coming from, and it'll either be taken out of context or it's not. So I don't take it personal when someone lashes out at me. I'm just making a decision going forward not to allow it to happen anymore. So anyone who says comments like that to me, whether it be on this platform or any of my social media platforms, I'm just going to delete the comments and go about my day, because I'm not going to have someone psychic dump on me. I'm not going to have someone lash out at me and bring negativity to a collective of people that I'm channeling for, where I'm seeing a shift, I'm seeing positivity, and I'm seeing movement forward in the collective when it comes to their lives in general, as well as their love life. So I've just learned to take a different stance, that I'm here to help those who are guided to help me, whether it be through my collective readings or through booking a reading or a session. I'm just here to help people, and I want to help those that want to help themselves. So if people want to leave comments, they can, and I will definitely factor hurt people, but anything I feel just will not help the collective I channel for, I'm going to delete. So this self-indulgent energy just needs to be released. Everyone needs to go within, at least I feel they do, at some point in their lives. We all end up having a tower moment where our house of cards fall, where we have to really just get out of this energy to stop being the wolf, to stop lashing out at people and coming at people, and to go within and maybe be in that isolated and alone energy, to just get into that wolf energy. Instead of being the hunted, be the hunter. Superficial. So collective readings can bring the energy of people being superficial. Now, it's more, I feel, on the person that they're checking up on, because you're checking up on your person in a collective reading because they are not talking to you, or they're not coming to you, or the two of you are not together, and they're wearing a mask in a sense where they're not being honest with you about how they feel. And the cards don't lie. What the cards show do not lie. The cards will tell the truth 100%. The energy tells the truth 100%. Now, that person may not tell you the truth in the physical, because the cards might show you that he loves you, he wants to come towards you, he wants to be with you, but he's telling you something different in the physical. That is because he's making the free will decision to go against what the cards is telling you, because the cards represent the energy. They don't represent the person, in the sense, because when you're reading into the energy of somebody and you're reading into the situation, you're reading into the energy. You're not sitting down having a conversation with that person. So the cards will always tell the truth, but the reality, the 3D, will be completely different at times, because that person has to make that free will decision to take that mask off, to take the hoodie off, to come out of the shadows, come out from behind the tree, to put down the barrier, to be vulnerable, to be open to returning, to apologize, to ask for a second chance, to express his love or her love. That person has to end that superficial energy. So just know, like, when you're seeing something in a collective reading where this person's coming back, they're coming back, the cards are correct, but that person is not making that free will decision to come back. And that is something that a reader cannot control. That is why we tell people the person has that free will decision. That's why when I do possible future energy, I said it's what can happen, what may happen if the two of you do your work, follow your guidance, and make the free will decision to come together. Because I mean, in my own personal connection, I hear all the time that my masculine is coming back, and I do believe that. But until he physically comes back in my life, I'm not going to put any attention to it. I'm just going to hold the space as I continue on my journey, doing my healing work, doing my life purpose work, helping people, sharing my knowledge, helping people on every level I can in every area of my life, and just doing what I was born to do. I've always had a knack for helping people, and that's what I'm doing. So just know that your person has to make that free will decision, and that it is okay, and allow things to unfold naturally. That's why we say trust in divine timing. Don't be so focused on when and how, and just allow things to unfold, because I truly believe whatever is fated and destined will come to you when it's time. But you have to be open and allowing it to come in and to receive it in divine timing. All right, so that is what I have for this section of the reading. Next, I'm going to bring you some guidance messages from Spirit. So I'm going to do 3 decks for guidance. I felt called to use the surrender guidance messages just to see what surrender messages Spirit has for the collective today. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. So it is time to surrender frustration. Whatever frustration you have with the situation on your mind, Frustration doesn't open any doors, and that's the truth, because what frustration does, it keeps you from being able to open a door. So the key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And the best way to resolve a problem is to focus on a solution. Release what you can't control. Surrender your frustration and ask for how the situation can be resolved. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Putting yourself first. Making sure that your needs, your self-care, your self-love is number one. You are the number one person in your life. You are taking care of yourself. You are paying attention to what is hurting you. You are working on your healing. You are trying to figure out a way how to get past this obstacle, working on yourself, whatever is coming up to the surface, because instead of trying to make everyone else happy, make yourself happy first. Surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. So whatever you worry about, surrender it. Don't allow it to consume you. Don't allow it to cause you anxiety, to cause you sleepless nights, to make you not eat, not take care of yourself, and to just kind of stress yourself out. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always, and that everything happens for you, not to you, and that this too shall pass, but you have to be open to receiving what is meant for you, and you have to be open and receiving the guidance, how Spirit wants to bring it to you, and you have to be open and receiving to making that free will decision to take that step forward, to do your healing and your self-love work, because it is not easy to heal yourself from any type of trauma, whether it's big or small. It takes courage, it takes determination, it takes hard work, and it can take a long time. There's no timeline on how long healing is going to take. But healing is rewarding in the end, because it frees you from what kept you sad, what kept you angry, what kept you stuck. And it frees you so you can move forward and live your life the way you always intend to. And surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So surrendering resentments, people from the past who have hurt you. It could be anyone, it could be family, friends, coworkers, a person you're wanting to reconnect with in love, even just past love relationships. Whether these people are in your life, not in your life, or not even on the earth plane, it is time to surrender resentments. It is time to forgive and forget. It is time to release the past. It is time to release the hurt. And it is time to let that hurt come up to the surface so you can clear it. It is not easy to do, but you have to be willing to face that shadow side, to do your shadow work, to heal that demon, that darkness, so it can come up to the surface to show you the lesson. Even if you feel you made a mistake with something, a mistake will never have to be a mistake if you learn from it. Then it becomes a lesson. And your final surrender guidance message is to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take breaks, spend time in nature if you're able to, or listen to nature sounds, or just listen and just go to any place that just makes you feel calm, serene, peaceful. You'll be able to replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy wherever you go, even if it's just in your mind and meditation. Okay, next I'm going to bring forth messages from your spirit guides. So this is just going to be random messages from your spirit guides for the collective on what they want you to know. So the deck I'm using for this is the Messages from the Guides Transformation Cards by James Van Praagh. Inspire others. It is time to inspire others. Inspire people with your talents, your gifts, your knowledge, and what you came here to do if you are aligned with your life purpose. Every single person on this earth plane is here for a purpose and has a talent, a gift, and a knowledge that they can use to inspire others around them. Never judge another. We live in a society where people are very judgmental. They are very opinionated. Censorship is very big right now on social media. We judge people based on their political views, their views on the C word, their views on whether or not they should get the V. We judge people based on their appearance, people that have tattoos, their religious faith. We judge people based on the decisions they make in their life, and we should never do that. We should never bring judgment on another person based on their views on a situation or a cause. What they look like, if they like tattoos, if they like to wear makeup, if they like to dress a certain way. We judge a book by its cover, and we should never do that. Never judge a book by its cover, because you don't know the contents inside that book. You don't know what a person's journey is doing. Especially for me, I've worked in customer service, so I don't judge somebody when they start screaming at me on the phone. I want to help this person resolve the issue. And I usually can do it. I could usually get a person to stop yelling at me by the end of the call because I don't judge them, because I understand that they're having a bad day and they're probably just taking it out on me, and I actually am sending them love and light while I'm resolving their problem. So don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a person without knowing them, because the only time somebody should be truly judged is by how they treat another person. So do unto others as you would do unto you, and treat others like you want to be treated. Give without expectation. So when you want to give someone something, whether it be a gift, I don't know why they're showing me a piece of fruit, but they're showing me a piece of fruit. You want to give someone something like a gift, piece of fruit, wisdom, knowledge, anything you want to give someone, you always give without expectation, because when you have expectations tied to giving someone something, especially a gift, it isn't a gift, because you have an expectation, you have a want, and it becomes something completely different. So that's why I always tell people when they ask me, should I reach out to my divine masculine? I always tell them that is only something you can tell yourself, because your intuition will tell you if you should reach out. But if you do, give without expectation. Send that message without expectation. Don't expect a response. Don't expect him to respond in a certain way. Send it to him as a gift that you're thinking of him, that you love him. Send it with that intention. And that way you won't get disappointed when the expectation you have around sending that message does not bring you the result that you want. So giving without expectation means you just give something genuinely from your heart because you want that person to have it. And you won't have an expectation. You won't expect them to do something back for you, because people do that. Like they do a favor for you, and then when they want you to do a favor for them, and let's say you can't do it at that moment in time, then they start keeping score and say, well, I did this for you and I did that for you. Well, then why'd you do it? You hadn't, like, we don't do favors for people to keep score. You do something for someone because you just want to do something nice for someone. So that's why I give without expectation, because it will always come back to you in some form. Because when you give, when you do things with good intentions, you get good karma. And the same thing goes when you give and do things that are bad, you will get bad karma back to you, because it is what goes around, what comes around. You are never alone. No matter what goes on in your life, who you have in your life physically, you are never alone. You always have yourself, and you have your spirit team and your angels. You always will be guided to whoever needs to help you at that moment in time. And I'm actually hearing the song You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. So I will link that song below, because that song has a special message for someone watching this video. Okay, and I'll get 2 more messages. Have an attitude of gratitude. Oh, we're going to do 4. Don't relinquish your power. So have an attitude of gratitude, meaning always be grateful for every person that has been in your life, is in your life, and will come into your life. Every experience that you have had has taught you the knowledge to grow, and really just helps you move forward in your life. And do not relinquish your power by succumbing to those who are opinionated, who are naysayers, who are haters, who are negative and toxic, who don't have your best interests at heart. Because worry is a wasted emotion, and kindness counts. So don't worry about what people think of you, what they say about you. Not every single person is going to like you, and that is okay, because the people who matter, the ones who will like you, are the ones that will be in your life. But kindness counts, so always be kind to people. Be kind to every single person you come in contact with, and most importantly, and first and foremost, be kind to yourself. Okay, so that is what I have for spirit guide messages for the collective. Next, I'm going to get guidance messages when it comes to love. So this will be guidance messages on your love connection. If you are in a connection with someone currently, wanting to reconnect with someone from the past, or just wanting to call in a new love partner. The deck I'm going to be using for this is the Universal Love Healing Cards by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Guardian. So your angels are coming through with the message that this love connection, your love life, you are protected. Your angels are here to assist you, to help you manifest and have the best life ever, and to show you that you are loved, that you have the capability of love of self. And once you have love of self, union with self, you will be able to bring in love of a partner. That is confirmed by relationship, because there is a relationship, a very deep soul relationship, no matter what label you resonate with, that is meant for you. You could be with this person could be returning from the past, or you could have a new person coming in. And of course, the most important relationship in love is the relationship you have with yourself. So the way you look at yourself, the way you speak to yourself, the way you view yourself, the way you present yourself, it's all about being confident, loving yourself, really just having that union with self-love, because when you have that, that is when you can truly have the unconditional love of another person, because you must have love of self first. Transmutation. So for those that are in separation from their partner, you are helping your person transmute some energy. This is very specific for twin flames, because I'm drawn to the like that. This just looks like flames. So divine feminines are helping their divine masculines transmute energy. The energy can be very intense at this time because we are in Mercury in retrograde, and Mercury in retrograde is just throwing a big fireball at everybody to get people like moving, to get people on their toes, dancing around, doing what they need to do, to just go within and just see what's going on. So this transmutation is helping spiritual growth within the collective. It is helping a rose be planted and to have it bloom in the spring. So I'm actually hearing the song The Rose, the lyric in the spring it becomes the rose, so I will link that song below. And not only will it bring spiritual growth, it's going to bring creativity in all areas of life because you are being inspired to create something new in your life. And dreams are very vivid at this time. You could be helping your connection heal in dreams, yourself heal, your person. And you are just getting reacquainted with your physical body, connecting with the chakras. The sacral chakra, the solar plexus is what's being shown to me. And miracles are on the horizon for a lot of you. Believe in miracles. Anything is possible, but you must believe it. And you must be believing that you are deserving and worthy of all it is that you desire. Okay, so I'm going to get some channeled affirmations for the collective. So I felt guided to use the moon deck because I am recording this message on the new moon in Aquarius. So what affirmations do you have for the collective? My home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. And this one. I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. So your home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. So make your home a sacred space, your sanctuary. Make it full of beauty, what inspires you, and know that you are always protected in your home to feel safe and secure. And celebrate your lineage and honor your ancestors and honor the wisdom that they are giving you if they're still in your life in the physical earth plane, as well if they have passed on and they are now in the form of ancestors, guardian angels, or spirit guides. And I'm going to close out this reading with self-care guidance messages from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. So what self-care guidance messages do you have for the collective? And they're saying to pull 2. Sing number 45, which equals a 9. Clear your energy field, number 10. So 9s are about cycles ending. So a cycle is ending for a lot of people in the collective. So a new cycle can begin, but you must clear your energy field. Singing is a form of releasing. It is a good sense of therapy, especially if you are in a bad mood or you're feeling sad or just having that, like something from the past just come up. Sing. You don't have to be Mariah Carey. You don't have to have a voice like that. Just sing. Let it out. And always clear your energy field. Keep yourself protected. You could use sage smudge, those bundles. You can use sage spray, essential oils, crystals, whatever just makes you feel safe to clear your energy field. Always make sure your energy is pure. You're not taking on anyone else's energy, especially if you're an empath or an intuitive tarot reader or healer like myself. You have to protect your energy, keeping your energy field clear, and you will have this new beginning in your life. So it's just a matter of what you do moving forward. So just remember, the overall message of this Butterfly Talk with Xtina is that collective readings are both a blessing and a burden, but it's just a matter of honoring what you're feeling, what you're hearing, and just doing that intuitive research, that detective work to see, what is this message telling me? What do I need to know? Maybe I don't need to listen to them anymore. Maybe I need to do something else. Am I too focused on when it's coming Do I doubt this message? And I guess this is what Spirit wants me to know. So I guess I should just listen. So it is really up to you how you interpret this video, and any video you see on YouTube, on IGTV, a post you see on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter. We are all here, each and every one of us, readers, healers, anyone that has a platform that puts out messages for the collective. We are all here to bring forth the messages that our spirit guides want us to do. They're either going to resonate with you or they're not. And that's okay if they don't resonate with you. Take what you feel speaks to your soul, release what doesn't, be true to yourself, take care of yourself, and love yourself often. I do hope this video has brought you clarity and guidance. If it resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this with anyone who you feel would benefit from the message or messages in this video. If you're interested in booking a guidance reading or a guidance session with me, they can be booked in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is listed below. My list of services are listed below, along with my Instagram, which is @butterflyintuition, my Facebook, Patreon community, donation links, and my blog website. I thank you so much for being a subscriber. Love and light to you.